What's up guys and welcome back to On the Brick with another custom set review. Once again, I have something that I actually made. A few months ago, I showed off some custom minifig displays that I made, one from each of the original 6 movies. But I always intended to do the sequel trilogy as well. It was just a little difficult to figure out what exactly to do from each of them. But after some thinking and tinkering, I came up with what you see here. And that is, of course, the Forest of Starkiller base, crate, and this is Exegol. But we'll talk about it more in just one second. Let's start with Starkiller base. Here, I chose to display my Episode 7 version of Rey. All 3 of these, just like the original 6, are built on my 6x6 base, and on top of this one I built a small pile of snow. Some of it is meant to seem piled up and disturbed. It's not really smooth because this is meant to represent the forest in which they were fighting through. And then of course there are 3 trees here. One of which is meant to be a full tree. I just didn't add any leaves because it's snow and they don't mix. And then the other 2 are meant to seem like they got knocked down during the fight, with one of them quite literally being there still. And I'm going to be completely honest here, this is an aspect that I think could be done so much better, so if you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments down below. As well as if you have an idea of how to do the fallen trunk better. Unfortunately, these bracket pieces don't seem to come in reddish brown, so I had to stick with white on them, and that leads to a quite obvious difference here. Now, I don't think that's necessarily bad, but it could be done a lot better. Overall, I think this does the job well enough. If you knew that this is from Star Wars, especially when you add Rey in, you'll know exactly where this is from. But my favorite out of these 3 is easily Crate, of which I chose to display my Episode 8 Kylo Ren. This is of course the Resistance base that is there. You can tell with like the red streaks and the salt, which is definitely not snow, which was still a weird choice, but that's neither here nor there. I did try to mimic the rock work here just to show that it is in a rocky area. And for that, I tried more just to make it look like a rocky area than try to match exactly what we see in the movie. Though I did take a little extra care with the giant door, as it does actually jut out a little bit from the rocks, though that was a little difficult to represent at this scale. Still, once again, you look at this and you can easily tell that this is Crate. Now, I bought all the pieces for this brand new on Bricklink, but unfortunately, the seller did not send me everything that I needed. For instance, right here in front of the base are supposed to be 2 areas representing the gun turret things that the Resistance has. And while I do my best to represent that here, it's not supposed to be a white plate, but instead a round gray stud. Same thing with the other side that is just missing entirely. That said, I'm still pretty proud of this one. Unlike the next one, which was easily the hardest to do, because this is Exegol, represented by my custom Episode 9 Palpatine. And I know that this is incredibly bare minimum and a little weird, but like, what else am I supposed to do with Episode 9? No, like, please tell me. I have spent so much time trying to figure this out, and this is literally what I came up with. So I based it off of this image, and yeah, like, I know that this isn't that great. Now, I did experiment with using hues of blue, but it really just didn't look that great anyway. And so part of the question is, well, why didn't I just do Palpatine's throne? And unfortunately, that's my own limitation, as I really want to fit it on this 6x6 base. But I'm still trying at it, so maybe I can figure something out. And look, I know these weren't super popular, but I am pretty happy with them, especially since I've been able to make 4 more waves worth, not only of all 9 movies, but I also did one of just the TV shows, and then a few extras from like the Clone Wars and Rogue One. So with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and like I said, if you have any way of fixing the trees on Starkiller base, and I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button and considered subscribing. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.